Live. We are live. We are live right now. Hello, everyone. How you
Hello,
guys
hello,
doing?
hello. It's just me and
Welcome.
Hannah. What's
You're
up? What's
just
up?
me. Just me. My name is Hannibal. The guy over there, name is Pedro. Welcome to the Pedro and Hannibal podcast.
hmm hmm
How was your weekend, Pedro?
It was good. I went to Chicago, man. A little family trip. Took my mom, saw my grandma, saw my uncle. I won't make this a really long story, but my uncle watches and listens to Hannibal's show, and I guess maybe I don't know if your podcast on the other channel is on the other pod. Anyways, my uncle's a big like YouTube podcast guy, and he goes, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
was watching this. Hannibal is hungry." And then I saw you, and I was like, I heard you or saw you. I was like, I know that voice. And he was watching our stuff, talking about the contract violations, and he asked me like a million questions. And he's like a big Hannibal fan, so there you go.
You know what?
Small world, small
That's
world.
that's pretty cool. You
It
know,
is pretty cool,
it's
yeah.
I got my mom watching a lot of YouTube. She it got to a point she's watching a lot of lifestyle YouTube channels. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
what
yeah.
that is? Vlogs where you see someone's living such a simple life and it looks amazing, but you know there's a lot of hard work involved. Like there'll be like one of her favorite ones is some I don't know what Asian country this is. It could be China, whatever. And they're like living on a farm. You see them preparing food and clean. You know, they'd be like, "Man, I like to live like that," but probably is much harder to live in that kind of life. Probably not as hard as living in Chicago. So, all right, the part of Chicago that you're at is that like the bad part?
Listen, let me tell you. Um,
Is the drill
so my
rappers over where you are?
Yeah, my grandma lives basically in the middle of downtown, so it's not bad. A lot going on down there, though, crazy, right? But we ventured off into the hood.
Oh
There's
shit!
a place called Jimmy's Hot Dogs. It's like a staple in Chicago, and it's in the hood. And yeah, and Chicago's had a lot of crazy things happen in the last week or two. Um, and it happened in the things that were happening there were like on Michigan Ave, which is like a nice part of Chicago downtown. But like Chicago's rough. But we were in the hood, but it was during the daytime, and I needed a Polish and some tamales, so we went, and then we just went, stayed there for about 20 minutes and came back. So
Well, you know, you're there, so you were able to hold down. I mean, you are born and raised. You were born in Chicago, but you weren't raised in Chicago, correct?
no, no, we moved when I was a kid, but I spent a lot of summers there growing up. So
Okay.
I spent a lot of time in Chicago, but I wasn't raised there. Majority of my life has been in St. Louis.
Okay, so you know them folks, right? You know those was it
Mm.
GDs and all those
The folks, the GDs, the Vice Lords, the Cobra. I mean, the gangs in Chicago when I was growing up there and spending summers, it was crazy, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like so silly, but it is what it is. I don't mind. I like going to Chicago, man. It's a different vibe. It's a huge city, a lot of different. I think in some ways maybe it's similar to New York. Obviously, smaller city, but like a lot of like in New York, you guys call them boroughs, right?
Yeah, five
And
boroughs.
right, and in Chicago, we don't call them boroughs, but there's a we call it North Side, South Side, West Side. But
Yeah,
then like within those areas, there's a lot of different. You have like a Puerto Rican neighborhood, Humble Park. You got the West Side, which is really can be really bad. South Side, really bad. North Side, Cubs are up there. A little more money up there, but still can be a little rough. So
yeah.
it's divided, kind of crazy. A big Polish community in Chicago, a lot of Italians, a lot of diversity. But like, it's a wild city. The parking is crazy. Spend $150 to park in a parking garage for 2 days. It's
Imagine doing
nuts.
gig work over there.
Bro, there's no way.
Like
I
it'd
turned
be
the
no
app
way.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just there's nowhere to park. It's
yeah.
literally nowhere to park. A lot of valeting, a lot of
A lot
parking,
of scooters. I
a
don't know
lot of
how.
scooters,
Okay, because I was
a lot
wondering
of
if it's
scooters.
that's the ticket, man. If you're trying to make some money doing the gig work thing, and you live in a major city, and you don't want to deal with the parking because you're gonna spend money on tickets,
Yeah,
get a little scooter. I mean, I'm interested in getting one, but you know, I'm wait. I realize I got enough to do, and like I'm
yeah,
gonna try to get on my little scooter and deliver stuff. But
right. I mean,
it,
it was hard to drive down there. It's been a little while since I've driven because usually when I go to Chicago, I don't drive. I'm taking the Amtrak or the bus, or I'll drive. But then like I'm somewhere and I'm not driving around a lot. This time I kind of drove around a lot. I had the fam with me, took the grandma out to places, Jimmy's Hot Dogs, like I said. But I mean, it's several times you got to really look because these bikes are just coming out of nowhere, right?
oh yeah,
And it's
yeah.
it's crazy, man. I almost hit somebody for sure, but
It's you got to keep your head on a swivel because you don't want to hit
mhm.
these people because you know they're working, but also they're a little bit too aggressive. They're trying to hustle, you know, because time is money. But sometimes they put themselves in in positions where they want to, they want to hit your blind spot by flying through, and you're about to
Hmm.
turn. Like, I don't want to run over you, dude. Like, but I understand people are hustling, so it really doesn't matter where you are. Like, you could be in New York, Chicago, LA.
Yeah.
You gotta make that money, so it makes sense. But I was just thinking, since you were talking about Chicago, we talked about Chicago rappers, but you didn't listen to some Common, some
no,
Twister,
no,
some
no, we listened to some Kanye. My girl did on the way in because she's like, whatever. But we listened to some of that. I didn't listen to no hip hop. I had the mom in the car, so I had to. We were
oh, okay.
bouncing between some little Kanye, a couple songs, and then my
Yeah,
mom
You
likes
could put
all
some
what she likes.
Kanye
But
and
yeah,
old folks who love the Kanye too, because he has some weird songs, but most of them are really good. Common is
yeah,
good. Um, the two rappers that I felt like should have been bigger than they were that from Chicago is Lupe Fiasco
yeah.
and Chance the Rapper. I don't understand why Chance didn't blow up. I don't know if
Did
it's
he like
just.
stop? I mean, he won several Grammys. I feel like he was there, and then I feel like he just kind of stopped. I don't know if
I,
that's true. Like, I
I
feel
feel
like
like
he,
he stopped. I feel
yeah,
like he was great. He was happy being like the celebrity. He had a few TV shows or stuff like that. And
yep,
the last album I remember
commercials,
him
yep,
dropping was bad, man. I was like, wow, what happened? Guy's not putting in the effort. You know what I mean? Like, and then Lupe, I don't know. He's a little weird too. Like, I feel like he's a little weird. Like, he's one of those when you're so lyrical.
yeah.
Sometimes you can get lost in the weeds if you're not hitting those club hits or those radio hits. And I think he could be one of those rappers that were jaded. And when you're jaded, you're not trying to chase the hits anymore, right? You're not collabing
Yeah.
with the producers and the rappers who are making the radio hits. And he just kind of fell off the face of the map. But Food and Liquor is
I'm
one
a
of the
big Lupe fan. Back in
yeah.
2008, I believe. Can't remember the name of the album, which is stupid. But I mean,
Food and Liquor is I think that was the biggest one, I believe.
I think it was might have been the one after that.
Or
But he
Kick
had the
Push.
kick push and all
Was
that.
that
Yeah, I mean,
that may have been on that album or the one before. But he was like the shit.
he was, man. He was.
And Kanye was
He,
working with all those guys in Chicago. He
yeah.
was working with Common, Lupe, and Twisted. And yeah, he should have been a bigger rapper, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. But I
Yeah.
think he's I know I've seen him and heard him on some podcasts and some news outlets, and he did a
Yeah.
thing with Immortal Technique a couple years back, and them chopping it up, talking about things in the Middle East and things in America. Those guys are very political in their
Right,
thought
right,
process, right? And they're
right, right.
very opinionated, but like they push the needle a little bit, which I like actually. But Lupe just, yeah, I think he just like I did what I needed to do. He doesn't, I think he had other interests besides just making music. And I think also it could have been, like you said, a little bit jaded. He didn't feel like he maybe got the credit he deserved. He sees all these other guys that are not as lyrically skilled or maybe talented
Yeah.
that are having success. And sometimes when you see that, it's like you get discouraged. You know what I mean?
Right. It was one rapper that he was big for like a second, and he seemed like he's satisfied where he at. Chief Keef. Uh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
he's a
he's definitely,
in terms of memes and a lot of white guys who they loved him.
yeah,
He was a big deal, and he was not necessarily lyrical. I mean, he was
no,
like legit gangster though. Like he legit was,
legit
and
gangster.
smartly left that area. Because the problem is a lot of those rappers, especially the drill rappers, and we having the drill rapper issues in New York City, where all they're doing is they have gangs and they just killing each other,
Yeah.
just shooting each other. And what's supposed to happen is when you become successful, you're supposed to leave the hood. And I think Chief, the reason why nothing happened to him, he left. And
Yeah.
while some other rappers kind of stayed around, eventually, if you're making fun of people that died and killed that you knew about, or something's going to happen to you. So props for him to be smart. Like, hey, listen, I've made enough. Why didn't it come back here? I've made enough enemies. So, Chicago's a crazy place. This summer is going to be wild in Chicago, in New York City. Just, for me, just I'm a stay out of trouble. But good thing I'm a big nerd. So,
I mean, that's, I think in Chicago, what I realized, because I got all my cousins still live there, both men and women. They're all older now, my age or a little bit older or a little bit younger than me. And like, it's really easy to get caught up in the Chicago life, as I say, or the crime or this or that, because like, you don't have to necessarily be a banger or somebody that's into the drugs or the gangs. Like, but if you go out enough, you're going to be around it because the city's so big. There's so many people. There's
yeah.
so much to do that you could just get caught up in that world of negativity, man. It's easy. And I mean, but I enjoyed going there. Good to see the grandma. You know, she speaks virtually no English, right?
Right.
So I had to brush up on some of the little Spanish that I know, and like it's just good to see her. She's 82 now, so she's getting
Awesome.
up there. So I'm trying to see her as much as I can. So
You should really know Spanish, Pedro. That's kind of, like get it
you,
together.
you're right. I mean, the problem is I don't use it. There's nobody else around me that really speaks it on a regular basis. So like
Yeah,
when you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I mean? Because when I
that
was
is true.
growing up, we used it, and now it's like I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of white people. So it's like, man, I gotta know this.
You are a gringo. Like you've embraced full gringo ness.
Oh, please
Right.
don't tell my
Oh
family.
shit! I forgot. Hold on a second. Let's see what is here for me to drink tonight.
Oh, okay, okay,
They're not
okay.
giving me paper bags. I don't know. It's only plastic bags, just
You
like
got a plastic bag. Okay,
a true bum.
let's see what I got.
Now I know I'm not gonna like this.
Is it a
So
surprise? Do you not know? Oh, what the fuck? This
Four
dude,
Loco
a four
sour
loco.
cosmic punch.
You
Now
are
you see
tripping.
the alcohol volume
You're
13.9.
you're tripping. You're gonna drink that,
Well,
and
the honor of you, 'cause I know you like to drink sweet things, so I decided to
I got
drink malt beverage.
I got something right here. I got a twisted
I,
tea.
I saw that at the damn store. I should have got
Yeah.
that too.
No,
Damn it.
these are delicious. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are delicious.
Well, listen. I'm gonna try this. Let me try a little bit before we talk about some basketball. We got the New York Knicks talk about. We got Dylan Brooks. Now all of a
Man,
sudden he's a victim. Um, Kawhi Leonard. People are hating on him now. Like they're like trade him. He's worthless. He's playing around. So we got a few things. But let me taste this to see how
we do.
terrible it is. Let
Well,
me get
while
it.
you're doing that, I want to show you something I got in Chicago, and it's very nostalgic for me. Okay, so I'm at Burlington Cone Factory with the fam because that's what they like to do, right?
I love the Burlington Coal Factory.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. We waited in line for about 45 minutes. It was
It's a
crazy.
long line. That is
It
true.
is.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
as we're waiting in line, they got all the stuff and the all that stuff, like,
Trying to get you to
just
take more
junk.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
they got me. They got me.
They're always gonna get you. Don't get me
They got
wrong.
me for like 10.99. I saw this and I said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it because it's like I remember having this when I was in middle school.
Yeah,
So we talk about basketball on this channel, and I got the goat behind me as you see over my shoulder.
yeah.
Michael Jordan cologne. Do you remember
I
this?
remember this.
Do you remember this shit? Look at it. I just opened it. Look. And look
How's
how it's got the little basketball on there.
that's
Bro,
what's
listen,
up.
this smells good. And
I'm
when
gonna ask how it smell.
it smells good. I wore it today.
Yeah.
So, but I remember as a young kid putting this on. I was like 12, maybe
Michael
13.
Jordan put his name and likeness to damn near everything. He was
Everything,
getting
bro.
paid.
Cologne, man.
Yeah,
I saw it and I said, I don't care how much it is. I have to buy this just to have it. So, yeah.
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw old. I forgot to save it. Old picture of Michael Jordan coming out of. I think he's getting out of Ferrari in Chicago, 1992, and the license plate said M Air J
Oh,
and had North Carolina license plate. Like he is still cool. Like, yes, he's the worst owner ever. Cool, whatever. Can't be perfect at everything,
he's got a lot of coolness, though.
but he's a
You can't take that, bro.
cool
Yeah.
dude. This tastes terrible. This tastes really bad.
Listen, and those, man, I'm telling you, I've had a few, maybe 2 or 3, 4 locos in my lifetime, but like they're super sugary, super, super sweet, right?
Yeah.
And the alcohol content's nuts, man. But if you want to start your day off or start your night off, that's the way to go. Because
Yeah,
it'll get you.
the sourness actually is helping it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if I start yelling at you, you know why.
It's fine.
So okay,
I can take it. I'm used to it.
So what game you want to talk about? You want to talk about the Lakers? I was happy that the Memphis Grizzlies lost. I think we all are tired of Dylan Brooks.
Tired.
We're tired because the guy's game can't back up the talk, like in any way. Because we hate Draymond, right? I don't hate him. I think if I had him on a team, I would love him. Draymond defensively held that team down
Yeah.
to help win. If he wasn't playing, they would have lost that game.
Yep.
So we get the weird antics that Draymond does, kicking people in the balls and doing weird stuff, yelling at people because he's such a great defensive player. He's doing so many things. He's helping people who basically need the help for the defense. What is Dylan Brooks doing other than shooting bricks and slapping guys in the balls? Personally, I don't think he should have got ejected from that. But tell me, what do you think?
He shouldn't have. Listen, I think. First, I want to say this. I'm not surprised the Lakers won. They opened up that game. It was nuts. I
It
think
was.
the
I was like,
score was like, yeah, it
wow.
tied a record for the lowest scoring game by one team, and then like the point differential, it got up to
Yeah.
almost 20. It was 29 at one point, I think almost 30. Anyways, John Morant went off in the fourth quarter. He is,
Yeah.
I mean, and swollen hand at all, right? But Dylan Brooks, man, he shouldn't have been ejected for that flagrant foul too. I think they gave him, but
They got
he's
way
he,
too
he's
sensitive to
getting
the back and forth.
he's the new age Draymond. And Draymond is the new age Rodman in some ways. Every generation we kind of have a guy that's just like embraces the villain role, plays the role well, and wants to be a defensive guy, talks to the crowd, the media, just says whatever they want. And but Dylan Brooks, and we've talked about this with Memphis Grizzlies, right? Unfortunately, he's one of the leaders of that team, and I don't think he's a good one. You can't say what he said about LeBron. I don't care about him. He's an old man. It's LeBron James. You can't. You don't need LeBron. You can't give him any reason to go out and play any better or motivate his team. And Dylan Brooks is I'm not a fan. I like Ja. I thought he played really well considering. He brought that team back within I think 9 or 10 points at one point in the fourth quarter, and it was getting a little like if Memphis would have made a couple more stops and made a
Right.
couple threes, it would have been a
At
crazy
least a
offensive comeback.
interesting game. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. But I just can't. Dylan Brooks is. I still think the Lakers are going to win this series. I want to get the Knicks. They are the talk of the NBA right now,
Yeah,
and
because they're in New York, right?
because they're in New
They're
York, but they're
good.
playing good. They're up
They're a
3-1
good
versus a
team.
good Cavaliers team. So, what are your thoughts on the Knicks, man?
I think oh yeah, before we jump in, Nova wanted to remind all of us
He's
that
Canadian.
he is Canadian. Cause I know we have a hate on Canadians for some reason. I think Pedro started it.
Yeah, I did.
Apparently the guy who created the game of basketball is Canadian.
Forget
Nate,
Naismith.
yeah, apparently
Man,
he's Canadian.
whatever. He
Doesn't
goes
bother you?
for it. Yeah,
You don't
no.
care? All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Canada sucks until we go there and then we're like how amazing it is.
We might go to like Vancouver and be like, damn, or Toronto. This
Yo,
place is
Toronto,
dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
Toronto is dope. I
Toronto's
mean, I've
probably.
heard
Yeah, I've
it good,
heard.
so we need to
I've
check it
heard.
out. We as New Yorkers, which is weird because the Brooklyn Nets have been pretty good, but it's not the same. Even me, who born and raised in Brooklyn, it's not the same as Knicks. Knicks has
It's
been
not the
for
same.
decades, and everyone is starved for a really good team. And the Knicks are a good team, and it was interesting during the season because it wasn't all good. Like they had some lows where people started to think, is Tom Thibodeau, is he pushing his players into a point where they stop listening to him? Because he rides his players hard. At least that's the rep he has. But
Mm-hmm.
they turned around with some really good late pickups towards the end of the season, and yeah, they're a good team. And I would say for the last game, watching the Cavs, they couldn't get anything. They could not get the ball in the basket.
No,
They had open shots.
Mitchell had a
Dylan
bad
Brooks
game.
had like good shots. It weren't like they were just throwing like Dylan Brooks kind of bricks. Like there was balls would just go in and out. It was not their night, and they still had they still try to keep it in there. But I think the defense for the Knicks is good. The Garden was crazy.
Dude,
You can tell like all of the got all the New York celebrities there, and it's a little different when you see them because I don't know, maybe I'm just biased. They are true basketball fans compared to some of the other people who just show up to look fly, look
like
nice.
LA
I don't know.
or something.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, like LA or like going to Golden State, see everyone. Like you guys are just here for the scene.
Or
But New
like
York,
Miami. Miami's kind of known for it's like you go to be seen there.
yeah,
Everybody's in the front and they're flashy. It's like, are they fans? Are they not fans?
yeah,
I mean, it's
exactly.
good to see Spike Lee actually
He's there
smile.
no
You
matter
know what I'm
how
saying?
many times
Oh,
he should
dude,
not be there.
the
Got
ultimate
Tracy
fan.
Morgan in there. You see all like some of the New York City actors. Like you can kind of recognize. That's cool. I mean, I like that. And Jalen Brunson is,
Dude,
he's that guy.
he is that guy.
Um,
His. I was watching something highlights of him this year, and they were talking about his package, his bag, right? I mean, his bag is ridiculous. He's not a big dude, but he's strong, right? But like his footwork is crazy good, man. And he's got that lefty. It's a little awkward to guard him because he's a lefty, right?
yeah.
And he's made that team. They're not in. They're not where they're at right now if they don't pick him up. It's the best free. We thought it's the best free agent signing in the last couple of years for sure, by far.
Yeah, I'm thinking like was the last one where like it
I mean,
was
KD
obvious.
worked out. KD and Kawhi worked
Yeah,
out
like
because
the
they won
big ones.
championships. But
Yeah, where but I'm like a guy, and you look at him, he does not look much like okay, yeah, this guy's gonna kill us tonight. But we noticed. Well, I did not know him until the Mavericks last year in the playoffs, where I was like, yo, who's this little guy
yeah,
scoring on it? Like he looked pretty good, and he has all these ties to New York with his father and that whole coaching tree. They knew him before before he blew up. So
yeah,
that's why they took the chance and gave him all that money because they knew him. They knew what kind of player he was, and they knew something more than we did, clearly, right? So I'm happy that the Knicks are doing well. How far they'll go, who knows? It is a little wacky right now with the Giannis is still hurt.
yeah,
Now Joel Embiid, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
something happened to him, but you still got the Celtics, and Celtics may go back just
Oh,
by some injuries.
they
I think they may just go back to the finals. I think.
they definitely could. That tandem of Brown and Tatum is nuts.
Yeah.
And I've been saying if Anthony Davis has been playing some good ball, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he had another pretty good game defensively. If he can stay on the court, the Lakers are a tough out. They really are. And I think we still have to remember LeBron's still playing at a really high level. The West, who knows, man? I mean, they're up 2-1 if they beat Memphis. Who do they play next? They're a 7 seed, so they probably would have to play the Nuggets. I'm not scared of the Denver Nuggets. I'm just not.
Yeah.
So I think
I thought the winner of the Suns Clippers may play the Nuggets. I'm gonna put the map up
I
right
don't
now.
know. Nuggets were the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
So
Let me
I
check up the
don't know if
bracket.
the 1 seed would then play the lowest seed remaining, which would be the
Hmm.
Lakers, right? I
Right,
think.
right.
I'm not sure.
I think I said that because they were kind of talking about like I don't see the Suns beating the Nuggets. I'm like,
The Nuggets.
why not?
Yeah.
I think someone said that on one of
Yeah,
those
the Suns, I
networks.
mean, since Kawhi has been out, I mean, they've dominated that series, right? So
Yeah.
the
So they was
Suns are
already talking
looking good
about
too. Yeah,
they was already
really
talking
good.
about like where they're gonna go next. All right, let me see here. You're no, yeah. The winner of the Nuggets Clippers will play
The
Nuggets.
Lakers.
Yeah,
Or the winner of the Memphis Lakers series,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
the Lakers, if they beat the Grizzlies, which looks like it's gonna happen, they're gonna win. They're gonna play the winner of the Kings Warriors. And that's a pretty interesting because
That's been the best series so far. It's even.
if the Warriors get past, I mean that's a good matchup.
Hmm.
It can go either way.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean AD should dominate. AD should dominate the Warriors. The Kings, they got more of a size. They got this Sabonis kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lakers should go to at least the finals.
I think they could. I mean,
Yeah.
but if any of these teams, like we've been saying, it's kind of wide open in some regards. You can make a case obviously for the Celtics. If Giannis gets healthy and comes back, let's say, and plays the next games, you can make a case for the Bucks. I mean,
Yeah,
Miami's
but
an 8
man,
seed.
back
That could be tough.
injuries.
But Miami's an 8
Yeah.
seed. You can make a case for them. You got Joel Embiid if he comes back. The Sixers have looked good. I mean, you have so many teams, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
got the Suns, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Kings are looking. I mean, they almost won yesterday. They had a chance to win it, right? The
Yeah.
Warriors are still the defending champions. So there's a lot of teams out there still. So
My dream matchup, at least for the Western Conference Finals, Nuggets versus the Lake. No, Nuggets. No, I'm sorry. Nuggets are a good team. I don't see it.
Suns, you mean?
Suns versus the Lakers, man.
Hmm.
KD
Well,
versus LeBron.
I think that would be
And you
fantastic.
know what's gonna happen. I know you don't like KD for some reason. Kevin Durant is gonna see the Lakers don't want to see KD. They don't want to see him.
Nobody wants to see Kevin. What do you mean? Nobody wants to see Kevin
I'm
Durant.
just saying, like they rather have like the Nuggets or something like that coming through
Yeah.
because Kevin Durant, I mean, first of all, it's annoying that the KD and LeBron has been in the league for so long and they don't have a lot of postseason matchups.
Yeah.
So it'll be really great because I think KD he'll love to bring that there. And so far, yeah, I think that's I would like it to go, but
Well,
we'll see.
KD's beaten them twice in the finals.
Yeah, that's
With
true.
the Cat, when he was with the Cat, he's beat him twice. And those are the 2 rings KD has when he went to the Warriors, right?
Yeah,
So there's some history there, but I mean, I don't know, man. If KD, let's say the Suns win, he joined another team that was kind of stacked already in the playoffs, and he just made them better. So it's like, what are his rings as valuable as somebody like Stephen Curry and LeBron James and
Yeah,
Giannis is one ring, Kawhi's one ring with the Raptors, right? So when you're the main guy, because you can say what you want, KD won those Finals MVPs, but like that was Steph Curry's team. That wasn't Kevin Durant's team. That was Curry's
I
team.
would say if he wins the Suns, it'll probably be more substantial than the Warriors because without him, they're not winning the championship. Even with a healthy Chris Paul and what's the other cat? My name
Oh,
escapes me.
Booker.
Yeah, Booker and Adon. They've tried it. They went to the finals. It didn't work. So he does bring them over a hump where him going to the Golden State, they won with him and without him.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a little bit more substantial. And I still take more credit. I still give KD more credit for those finals because yes, it's Steph's team, but Steph when it mattered the most, KD said, "Give me the ball," and Steph
Yeah,
said, "Okay."
yeah.
Where Steph could said, "No, I got the ball." He's like, "Give it to this tall guy that
Give
can
it to
play
the
like a
guy
point."
that's 7 foot and can
The,
kind of do anything on the basketball
yeah,
court, which is crazy.
it is
You know?
interesting. Anthony Edwards. I saw a video. He was talking to that really cute girl. We were talking. Taylor Works, I think her
Oh,
name is.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
She's fine. They were
Yeah.
playing Uno for some reason. I don't know. It was probably some kind of interview. He said that his GOAT is not LeBron, it's not Jordan, it's Kevin Durant. And she
Well,
said,
because he's a
"Really?"
younger guy, and KD's. I mean, you know,
Yeah. His excuse or his breakdown was he's 7 feet tall and can play like a point guard. So I guess he's just going by pure talent,
hmm,
not necessarily who's the GOAT, like in terms of accomplishments. He's like, he's the greatest because he can do something that most human beings can, which is, I understand
yeah.
that, but there's more to it than
Kevin Durant
just
has
your
two
physical specimen. You know what I mean?
two championships, two Finals MVPs, and one MVP. That's it.
That's it.
Which is great, but
It's great.
his accolades, you can't stack them up against a lot of other
Yeah.
players that we
It's
can
not
might
it's
we
not a
can
one
put
on one
towards others.
championship. It's not yeah, 1-on-1.
Yeah,
It'd be difficult to beat Kevin Durant 1-on-1.
it
He's
would.
too tall.
Yeah.
If he played better defensively, he had a few defensive player of the years, which I'm
Hmm.
sure he could if he wanted to.
Hmm.
If he wanted to, like he could block shots. He one thing about Kevin Durant, if he has the will to play defense, he could play good defense.
Yeah, I've seen him play
Um,
good defense, but he's not. He doesn't have to necessarily do that, right? But
right.
yeah, I mean, one-on-one tournament. If there's a one-on-one tournament, you're probably picking him. I mean, just because of his size, his shooting
Yeah.
ability. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's not how NBA's played. So
Exactly. And that's why I do give props to LeBron not to I would love LeBron to go after Dylan like the way Jordan would, the way Kobe would, but that's just not LeBron's
no,
personality.
it's not. He wants to be everybody's friend.
Yeah.
He want and it's yeah. He doesn't have that. You see it. Sometimes in the games, you see him be really,
Like
like braggadocious, right? And like really out there. But nah, before the game, after the game, like press conferences, he's very PC. He's not. He wants to be everybody's buddy, and that's fine. It's obviously worked very well for him, but he ain't got the Mamba mentality, the Jordan mentality.
no.
No, not many do. That's why there's only a couple of those guys. So
Yeah. Yeah, and do you think after because I think the Lakers going to beat the Grizzlies, do you think Dylan Brooks is back on his team next year?
yes, I do absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they
There's
like
there's
him.
I read some stuff they're saying like he may not be. He may not be. And I think they're gonna he may be a scapegoat. It may not be his fault why the Grizzlies
I could see that. I
they're
could see
like you've brought a lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
Your game is not reflecting. It's not your game isn't worth what you're saying. Like right, like say we say what's the saying goes. Your mouth where the cash check that
You,
you can't
your ass
cash.
can't cash. Yeah.
Yeah, so like there was a lot of open shots he was missing. Defensive, he's fine. I mean, I think definitely the defense and the intensity, but it's just not enough for you to stay on the
No.
team if they think that you're bringing unnecessary attention to the team.
Yeah.
So
No,
we'll
I
see.
agree. I agree with that. I think he's a big guy. His defense can be good. He can make some shots. He's got the three. He's got a little bit of a mid range, but he's not. He's very similar to Draymond. Okay, like Draymond
Yeah,
is a lot better defensively, but he's a guy that I think thinks he's a lot better than he is.
And
just
you need
because he's
that though
loud,
sometimes
you
though.
do need it just because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
loud and he's this and boisterous and he's like, look at me, and he's got these outfits and he's loud. He talks to the fans and he says crazy things. It doesn't mean you're like that guy, you know.
yeah,
For me, I mean, Ja's the best player on that team. Bane is a very good basketball player. We don't talk about him enough.
yeah,
Jaron Jackson Jr. just won Defensive Player of the Year. He's better than Dylan Brooks. He's the fourth guy on that team.
yeah.
The fourth guy on any team should not be talking like he talks. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it just you need a little bit more. You need to bring more to the table. So I think that and that's it. And also I don't think he should got kicked out of the game.
No.
They were way too sensitive.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he swiped him and then LeBron. The
LeBron,
way LeBron kind of falls on the ground, man. Like it's so beneath him.
he's
I mean,
selling it. He's
he got
selling
hurt,
it.
but I
He's
think
selling it.
we keep. It's not. I think it's wrong for us to keep comparing him to Kobe and Jordan because he's not. But
No,
they don't do that, man.
no.
They're not. They're not arriving on the floor like a. This is not. This is not soccer. You know
Kobe
what I mean?
Bryant tore his Achilles heel and went back and shot 2 free throws, made them, and then exited the game. Kobe
Yeah,
Bryant broke his finger, dislocate, and went to the sideline and had a guy just pop it back into place and went back and played.
yeah.
So yeah,
Just
LeBron ain't got that in him there. No.
and LeBron has the body, bigger, stronger, and
Oh,
faster than both of them, right?
than
But
everybody.
for
Yes.
some reason, he gets hit. I mean, listen, we all been hitting the balls. It's the worst pain you could. But damn, LeBron on the floor, and then you know who did it to you? Like, yo,
Yeah.
fake it a little bit. But no, he's on the floor, so then they give him. And no, it should. All right, maybe a flagrant one, but give
Not
it
a two.
eject.
Not a two. They've
It's
been
just
giving out too many. I mean, the flagrant thing is like it's just out of hand, man. Like they look at some of these moves. For me, a flagrant two is if there was bad intent and it was on purpose.
yeah.
These
So Dylan
basketball moves,
didn't hit
everything's
the
happened so
dude.
fast.
Yeah,
It's not warranted for a flagrant two because it's not on purpose, right? It's a move that happens sometimes, right? Your bodies. These guys are big and strong. They're flying around really quick. You
yeah,
can't, especially when you're on defense. It's hard to guard a guy sometimes, and your arm might hit this, you might do that.
yeah.
Even with Draymond Green, sometimes we talk about kicking in the balls and stomping. So, he's got a reputation, so that's why everything looks worse than it is sometimes because of
Yeah.
the reputation that he has. So
Yeah, it is a little they were a little too sensitive, and the defense players can't do much anyway now, right? Hand checking, all those things are gone now.
mhm.
Fragrant too back in the '90s, where you dumped that guy on top of his head, you punch him, or you had him flying, you pushed him or something like that. But now it's just a little sensitive. But that's just how the game goes.
Yeah.
I wonder who's playing tonight before we let me see.
You know what? Let me see. I can.
Oh, the Lakers are playing the Grizzlies, and they're up by 6 right now.
Well, they are. So
And of the
Miami.
first,
So Miami won tonight. They're up 3-1. Oh wow! I didn't even know that.
yeah,
Jimmy Butler goes for 56. Jimmy Butler.
this is when he cares, man. Like it's a running
Oh,
joke. Like he don't care that much about the season, but when it's playoff time and he's in a bubble of his mind, and he was able to, he probably was messing with Rachel Nichols.
yeah. And
This is when he turns it up.
well, Giannis played tonight. Giannis had a triple double, and they still lost. Listen, an 8 seed looks like they're going to upset the Milwaukee Bucks, which is a team I thought I could win the whole thing and go to the finals. That's crazy, man. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that don't look too good. I mean, we've done, I think, a recent 8 seed beat of recently, I'm assuming, right? Because the one I remember from way back in the day was the Nuggets.
The Nuggets beating the Sonics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember Dikembe Mutombo? Like with the
Yeah.
ball?
But I think it happened more recently. I just can't remember right now.
The last time, I think it might have been Golden State Warriors with Baron Davis, and they beat the Mavericks with Dirk Nowitzki before the Mavericks won. I think that might have been the last time, but that wasn't too recent. That would be my guess. That's what I'm going with. I think.
Yeah. Let me see if I can figure out real quick if let's see, the last time they say 2012. I think the 76ers beat the Bulls in 2012. Wow.
Oh, so that would have been Derrick Rose, right?
Derrick Rose must have had a cold that day on
Maybe.
that
No,
week or
Derrick
something. What the
Rose,
hell?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who was in that team?
76ers would have had Oh, I can't think about 2012. Who would have been their Elton Brand was on that team.
Someone, yeah, I'm like, let me see. I'm typing out some of the rosters. So the Bulls had Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he had an injury. He
He had
he had
injury.
he had the
They had
ACL injury
Rose
game
and
one.
no Kim Noah and all
He had
those
the
guys, but
dang Boozer. Remember
yeah.
Boozer?
Oh, Carlos Boozer. Remember the bad hair? Remember that the
Yeah,
paint he put on his head?
that
Oh
was
God, we could
someone
do a
should have told
podcast about that one.
him
That was
not
bad.
to do that. That was gross. Yeah, they had the 76ers had it's funny, Drew Holiday still playing. Andre Iguodala, Evan
Mm-hmm.
Turner, Lou Williams. Dude, Lou
All right,
Williams
yeah.
was the
They,
dude.
they were loaded. They were loaded up. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the last time. So I would say this is probably going to happen. I think the Heat's going to beat the Bucks, and it's probably that injury, but also Miami Heat been there before,
Yeah.
and it looks like they're finally kind of getting together. So that's what's up.
56 in the playoffs that's a big deal. That's
Yeah,
not normal. 56. And Jimmy Butler's not known to be a volume scorer. You know, he's not a guy that's always dropping 30, right?
yeah.
He's going to give you 22, 23, but like 56, that's crazy.
But remember last season he was it last playoffs he was hurt, but he could have he I think he missed the last shot to either I think it was game
Yes,
7.
that
Yeah.
was first the Bucks, I think, wasn't it?
I think it, yeah.
He went for a 3 or something like that to try to win it versus going for a tie. I think it was versus Milwaukee. I think.
That's what's up. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Buckets. He may not. I don't know if he's the best. He may be his best friend, but damn, that dude can play. So
Let me ask you a question: Did he smash Rachel Nichols?
that's why I like to think in my mind.
Your
But
opinion. Your opinion.
Yeah.
You think so? In the bubble? Really?
There's nothing. All right. So, all right. Outside the bubble, probably not. He has a lot of variety, right? But when you're in the bubble and you could not leave, and the person if you got caught leaving, I think Lou Williams got caught went into a strip club to get wings.
He did. He needed those lemon pepper wings.
They said the wings are good at a strip club, and then all the players, all the people, the analysts, like, no, the wings are good. Like, okay.
Let me tell you what. I'm not eating food at a strip club. Like I just can't. I'm not gonna sit there and eat wings and stare.
It's two different
I'm good.
experiences. So it's like I'm not. If I'm trying to enjoy that element of the dancing, I'm not eating.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm good.
But yeah, you couldn't leave, and Jimmy was there the entire time because they played the whole playoffs, and she was there. And they were smiling and giggling a little bit too much.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, I think people assume things. Who knows? But
Man,
listen, Rachel Nichols, good for Jimmy. Good for Jimmy if he did the thing. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Because people call her racist. I don't think so. She did that.
Is that the line you draw? Like if you're
well, I'm just saying,
can't be racist if you sleep with somebody of the opposite.
They label her racist because she was saying how I think it was Marie. I forgot her name. She's I think she's in NBC now. She was saying like she only got on because she was black. It could be some latent that, but also just jealousy. All these media types are competing with each other. Yeah. Anyone that gets more recognition than the other, they want to bring them down. I mean, I think that's just how that Hollywood media stuff works. So they kind of label her being racist, which she could have just been hating. Like how this girl came out of nowhere and gets more recognition. She's, you know what I mean? So that's my opinion about it.
Listen, I like Malika Andrews. We've talked about this already on the show. It's something about her. I don't know. She's like innocent, but she's like super fine.
Problem is when she talks, I don't like what she says. Like
who can just mute?
Yes,
hit the mute button. That's all you got to do.
You smart.
Yeah.
Mute. Before we get into White Man Can't Jump, because Jesus Christ, let's talk about this dude right here. It finally happened.
Oh, I know. I saw that today.
Happened.
Listen, bro.
So what do you think? How far?
The Packers got nothing. The Packers got nothing. I know Aaron Rodgers is old. Look at that. They didn't get shit. They got a 13th pick, but then they gave the 15th, so they moved up 2 spots. And they got a 2nd round, a 6th round, a conditional. I'm telling you what, they wanted to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. They got nothing in that trade, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Nova's in the chat. I think Nova knows a lot more about football than me, but good for the Jets, I guess. They're going to have Aaron Rodgers for a year or 2. I still don't think they have enough.
Yeah, I think it's a wash.
Yeah.
I don't know. No one. It don't seem like anyone. No one got really bamboozled. That 13th pick Is it going to be something special? Is it going to be a quarterback they're going to
Who
grab? Like
knows?
a
Yeah, who knows? I mean, they
uh,
have the quarterback. They got the guy they drafted a couple years ago.
Jordan
Forget his
Love?
Jordan Love. I guess that's who they're going to
Is he
go with.
good?
He hasn't
I
looked
don't.
good the games
Yeah,
he's played.
he didn't
Yeah,
look good. So I
but
wondered
I
if they're
think they
going
were
to.
done with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Time. Aaron Rodgers
Well,
is the
definitely, he didn't
best.
want to be there. They didn't want him to be there. Nova thinks Packers got the raw end of the deal.
That's what I'm
But
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they did not get enough. Aaron Rodgers is still at an MVP level. He just won an MVP, not this
but
year,
what
but the year before.
what
So,
what the Jets have that they would have won anyway? Like,
well, I'm thinking I just expected, I guess, the Packers to get more picks. Like I expected maybe more picks of a little more value.
yeah,
That's what I expected. I'm not expecting the Jets to give out like some great players. I mean, they have a pretty young roster. Their defense was pretty good last year. They got the cornerback, Sauce Gardner. They got a good defensive line. They have some offensive weapons. They're very young, though. But
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't like young guys. So I don't know what kind of fit this is going to be. Um, he's going to be in the division with Josh Allen. Obviously, the Patriots, you never know what they're going to do. But I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan only because I'm a Bears fan. I can't
Right, right.
stand Aaron Rodgers. So I'm glad. This is
Well,
good
you have to deal with that
for me.
anymore.
Yeah, he's out of the division. So
Yeah.
this is
So
fantastic.
the most important thing is the 13th pick. It could be something special if they grab the right guy. A second round pick, 6. Yeah. So I don't know. Nothing. I don't know if anyone got hosed. I think if if you have this piece of property that you want to get rid of, and you got rid of it, and you got
Yeah.
something for it,
Yeah, good point.
you got to rebuild anyway. Like no one's thinking that the Packers are going to do anything. We'll see. But if Aaron is sensitive and weird, it's going to get exposed in New York. It's going to get exposed because New York media and at this point, as much as how terrible social media is, New York media is worse. Because if you're not playing well, we're going to keep talking about it. We're going to throw it in your face, and you got to pay all that taxes, and it's cold. Well, it doesn't matter.
Lambeau's
He was
cold.
already
I
yeah,
don't think
Lambeau's cold,
that.
so never mind.
Yeah,
So you got to deal with
I
that
don't think
anyway.
that matters.
But now it's like you walk around, someone's yelling at you that you suck. Get it together, Aaron. The Jets fans are very passionate. I don't know why they don't win. Like
Well, I think it's because it's cold and they're mad and angry. We've talked about this. When you're in the East Coast, it's like, oh, you're just angry. Everything's cold and blah blah blah. But Aaron Rodgers is, he's been scrutinized enough. I think he's a weird guy because I think when he walks in the room, he like automatically assumes he's the smartest guy and he's kind of arrogant a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he handles the media over there.
Yeah. Nova Dasher says, I think the Packers just wanted to get rid of Rodgers. They mishandled everything after they drafted Love instead of a wide receiver for him. And that's one of the bigger issues for that team. They didn't seem like they ever really put the right pieces together. They just thought, well, we got Aaron Blippin Rodgers. He'll just figure this out. He'll throw to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it makes it easier if you actually and I think that's when things probably went downhill. It's like, why? And this is a few years ago. Like Jordan Love has been there for a while. How many years do you think?
I think Jordan Love's been there. He's probably going on his 3rd year.
Yeah.
I would
say.
Like,
what's going? Yeah. So you still have this dude in his prime who enjoys being there, and then you bring his backup. And I don't know if that was a first round backup. It could have been a first rounder. That especially him being so sensitive and weird. I can see him being pissed off, but we'll see. I don't know. I really don't have any expectations for the Jets.
No.
I don't know. It could go really well or really bad. I don't know. All I know is we got Vanilla Vic across the town. That's where it really matters at this point. We got, I still think the Giants will be the talk of the town. It's similar to the Brooklyn Nets and New York Knicks.
Mm.
We care about the Knicks. Same thing with the Jets. Well, I won't say that fully, but I think there's still more love with the Giants than the Jets. But there's a solid fan base that
this
love
is
the Jets.
a big deal. You're getting Aaron Rodgers. But this is this is when Brett Favre was with the Packers. He left and went to the Jets for a year.
Yeah,
right. And then
that's why I felt
Minnesota. So it's like Aaron, it's just weird.
I feel like it's bringing that where like, oh my god, I remember being excited. We got Brett Favre. Oh shit! And then he just
nothing happened.
There was nothing. while I'm drinking it, it is just tastes really bad.
Love it.
I will try to finish it, not after
Hey,
the show.
listen,
We only
he's
have that much
doing
stuff.
Hannibal. You're doing way better than me last week when I got that old English. I had like 3 or 4 sips, and that was ugh.
It
Yeah.
is getting easier to drink. So I don't
Well,
know if that
because
helps.
you're getting a little tipsy. That's why.
Yeah. I'm gonna start telling what I think. Uh
Tell
okay.
me what you really think, Hannibal. Tell me what
I'm
you
gonna
really
tell you
think.
what I really think about these remake movies. Now, there's it's happened for the history of cinema. After a generation passes, we don't want to think of anything new ideas. We gotta
Yeah.
keep rehashing the same thing.
Yep.
Right? So now we have White Man Can't Jump 2. Oh, remake. It's not two, it's just a remake of White Man Can't Jump. Did you watch that movie?
Oh
With
yeah,
Woody
I've seen
Harrelson,
that movie a few times, man. It's good. It's fun.
Rosie
It's
Perez. You wish you saw it
Shout out to
naked.
Rosie Perez.
Oh, she was amazing.
And then you got Wesley Snipes, bro. He's
Yeah.
fantastic in that movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
So now we got it with our favorite rapper, Jack Harlow, and this other guy.
I don't know who that
his
guy
name.
is. Where's he
He
from?
played a few shows. I think Friday Night Lights. I didn't watch the show.
Okay,
But they have it. Do you want to see a trailer?
go
I
ahead.
think it's
Go
on
ahead.
YouTube. I haven't
Go
watched
ahead.
it, so let me look it up.
Neither have I. Neither have I. I'm sure it's probably going to be good. They're going to show us the best 3 minutes of the entire movie, so I'm sure we're going to be, oh, this might be okay, and it's going to be trash.
Yeah, but who
Maybe we're
asked
just
for
old though.
this?
Maybe we should be more positive. Maybe this is actually going to be a
Well,
good
you're
movie.
old. I'm old too. All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this shit.
Who's the Rosie Perez? Who's playing Rosie Perez's female lead? Who is
Well,
it?
I guess we'll
Do we know?
see.
Okay, let's find out.
We'll figure it out. But no one could top Rosie. She just had like a feistiness about her.
She was great, man. The whole Jeopardy thing. She goes on Jeopardy, and it was
Yeah, that
like
was kind of good. They
it
actually
was
had to do
fun.
there. Yeah, rest in peace to Alex Trebek.
Yes.
Let me see. I don't want to make it too loud. Okay. All right. Let's see. It's all right. I don't know if we can watch all two minutes of this, but we'll see.
Gang, it's win by 2.
Not here, it's not. Hey, they letting yoga instructors in the gym now.
Ball.
I just noticed you're not getting enough legs on your shot. Are you dehydrated?
$100, you can't make more shots.
Let's just do 300.
It's not my dad's money.
We ain't never gonna get a reparation that way, bro. So I prefer Venmo or Zelle, but you seem like a Cash App guy, so.
Ladies and gentlemen. You thinking slick, huh? Showing up to court dressed like a dumbass, acting like you can't hoop.
You assumed I couldn't hoop because I'm white, which is incredibly outdated.
No, I assumed you couldn't hoop because you were dressed like a white girl at Whole Foods.
Where the love go?
It's really hard to plan for the future when we're always worried about money because you're out here living in a fantasy.
My 30-day detox program. You want a free sample?
Nah, I ain't drinking no boo-boo juice.
Wait, it's almost the first.
I'm gonna go tomorrow, I forgot.
Why don't you just go now?
We'll be fine. Hey, don't worry, mommy.
Don't worry, mommy.
Every
Is
hooper.
that Donna Taylor?
Yeah, that's
going to get 500,000. I just need somebody who can play so I can make some money.
You joking, right?
500,000 for one day of hoop.
Yeah.
We can hustle a few games together to get the money for the entry fee.
I'll find some marks. Those short shorts look incredible on you. Throw them off their game. You have an OnlyFans? And we'll clean up. You gonna wear that trash bag?
You can wear that fake ass Richard Simmons outfit?
Oh! I don't know, bro.
I bet y'all got more in common than these that I.
Release for me. Release for me. That's the
I
band.
doubt that.
It's enough jokes. Then the sun died.
All right.
Don't spend any of the money.
This ain't that bad.
No. It
ain't
could
that
probably
bad.
be a good little watch. I struggle sometimes watching basketball movies because like it's not accurate with basketball and how it's played. It's just not,
Yeah.
But it could be funny. Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, I expected worse. I thought he couldn't act.
That's my what?
Jack Harlow looks like he can hold his own. He looks fine.
Yeah, it looks like he can act.
Yeah.
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower? What is this, Mad Max?
I mean, I won't watch. I won't pay to watch it. So,
No,
but
until it comes out.
Thank you. You could talk way more trash out there. You have so much material I can't even touch.
Like what?
Never mind.
Oh. Tell us.
Where the love go?
it's not that bad. But I will watch. I probably won't watch it. But it's not terrible. But I also think, look, Nova's gonna watch it. Nova's gonna watch it.
Cash
Nova. All right, when it comes out, give us a full breakdown. You can come on the show. Like, y'all went
Yeah,
opening night, and you can tell us how you.
I mean, it's probably going to be okay. I mean, like I said, it looks like kind of movie. The best jokes are in the trailer, and it's going to be, it's just weird. $500,000, no, and we're going to get our money together for the entry fee. We're going to hustle some games. I mean, it's so weird. I don't know. It's just not realistic, but it's probably an easy little watch.
Yeah, but first of all, the original movie was like the struggles of Billy and his girl, and then also
gambling. He had a gambling problem. Yeah,
this is kind of like lame. Like this is like a movie that it's made for TV. Like, what's the conflict? There's no where's the conflict?
Yeah,
where the struggles of this dude? He's just meditating, and all of a sudden he just play ball really well, and he dressed like a hippie.
Yeah,
but like the original was just better because it had so much conflict. There was issues underlying the fact that yes, they could play basketball really well. So I just think that movie is probably not going to be really great. But Jack Harlow looked like he at least can act. I thought he could act.
I'll give him that for sure. Well, he's been acting as he raps. He's been pretending to rap, so it makes sense.
I can't even fight. I can't fight. Listen, his mainstream stuff is bad. Before he got on, he was grinding harder. The raps are better. That's all I can say. But since you said you don't like a lot of basketball movies, so do you like any basketball movies?
Oh, I do like some, but like some of the ones like that are just like it's not realistic. So it's hard for me to watch it. Basketball movies that are good.
What's your favorite basketball movies?
Hoop Dreams was a documentary. That's fantastic. Believe it was out of Chicago as well. It was Hoop Dreams. And then with Jesus Sullinsworth, and Denzel Washington and Ray Allen. I like that movie.
Forget the name. Spike Lee directed it. Shoot, I forgot.
Why can't I think of the name?
Spike Lee. It'll come to me.
He Got Game.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Rosario
Dawson, phenomenal director, man. He could direct anything. He got.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Space Jam, huh? No. You don't like Space Jam? You don't like Space Jam?
I like it, but that's not a bad. It's.
How dare you? It's one of the. It's a basketball movie.
No, you talking LeBron Space Jam or Michael Jordan? You're talking Michael Jordan.
How dare I would never talk. Okay. I never seen LeBron.
I wanted to make sure.
I heard it was so bad. I didn't watch it because
I watched it. I watched it.
Was it like really bad?
It's not great. Yeah.
But the OG is better, obviously.
OG's better, yeah.
And Michael Jordan couldn't act either.
No, Michael Jordan was a horrible actor. But you had Bill Murray in it. You had all the characters, Bugs, but so it was fun. The characters were better. Hoosiers, the Indiana Hoosiers movie is really good.
Oh yeah, Qualcomm came up with a Loving Basketball.
I was just gonna say that. Yes, that's a great one. Yes.
You play for your heart.
Lathan. Oh my God, Sanaa Lathan, bro. Listen, Loving Basketball, short story. That movie came out when I was just about to be like a dad or something, or maybe my daughter was born, my firstborn, and I was dating her mom. And like the movie came out, and we'd watch it a couple times. And at that point, I was still playing basketball, and basketball was like a big part of my life. And like, I watched that movie a lot. Me and her would watch that movie like every weekend. So.
That kind of because it's.
But also, once again, that movie, the inaccuracies of like actually playing the game and how they script the game, it's just goofy. But the story, the whole story was good.
Okay, Pedro. Yes, he's done had it. I know you almost went pro, but no, it's
no, nobody went pro. What are you talking about, bro?
What else I'm thinking of? Above the Rim.
That's a good one.
I'm hood. Yeah, I'm hood as hell. So yeah, I'm ratchet. Yeah, Above the Rim. Tupac was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Chips. Remember Blue Chips? Nick Nolte. They had Penny Hardaway. They had Shaq.
Eric Montross.
There's a couple people in there. What else?
I like Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte he's a good actor, actually.
Yeah, he kind of fit that crazy coach kind of vibe.
Yeah. You ever seen him? He's in a movie. I believe the movie's called Warrior. He is the father of two sons that wind up fighting in this like UFC MMA type of championship. I bet Nova Dash has seen it. It's got Tom Hardy in it. It's a really good movie. But he plays a father. He's a drunk. And his acting in that movie is really good.
I did not see that one. I gotta check it out. Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
What else I'm thinking of? There's one with Samuel Jackson who was in it. He was a coach. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like
Yeah,
a basketball lean on me, like
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
can't do
Remember
math.
South? Remember how about South Park or
Well, yeah,
South Sunset Park
no,
or
no. So,
something?
oh
Sunset
yes,
Park with the real
Sunset Park.
Perman, the little
What
white chick
time
with the
is it?
curly hair.
Listen, that was a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We got this is some decent. Usually they got some hip hop influences in there. They had a couple of good songs. They had a couple of good actors in there. But
Mhm.
the best one out of all of them, Space Jam.
Really, for you, Space Jam?
But they made
You're
the most
just a
money.
nerd, though. You like the cartoons
How
and
dare
all
you?
the. You
How
like
dare you? What's going on?
you're a
It's Michael
self-proclaimed nerd.
Jordan. He's the greatest basketball player ever.
Yeah. Who are you telling? I got the fucking cologne. What are you
Well,
talking
just
about? Look,
then pop up a DVD, watch the Space Jam. Like why
for
give
all
it
y'all
easy?
that are coming in late, I bought Michael Jordan's cologne as a nostalgia when I was in Chicago.
Yeah. Are you gonna like spray before you play ball so you can
I'll spray
get the
some right now.
jumpers?
Hold on. Let's see. Get
But
the
it smells
girl in the
good.
mood when I go upstairs.
But it smells good.
It does smell good. It does.
It's,
Yeah.
all right, that's what's up. I'm sure if LeBron comes up with a cologne, will you? Oh wow, hold on a second. We got Lee coming in with a hot spicy. Hannibal has awful taste in movies and shoes.
My
We didn't even
man
talk about
Lee.
shoes
Oh,
today.
wow. Well, he's talking about the Crocs. Love,
Oh,
He's talking about the
oh
Crocs.
yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I love Space Jam. Forget y'all. All right, the best out of all that we talked about.
It's tough. I mean, it depends on what you. I mean, Hoosiers is a true. Hoosiers is really good. Gene Hackman, very good movie. But I like He Got Game. I just like it. I like the story. I like the father, the son. Denzel's in it. Spike Lee. I like He Got Game.
Hey,
And I
Nova
like
Dasher.
Hoop Dreams as well.
We're supposed to be friends. Nova says he concurs. All right, of all those basketball movies, the one I've seen the most, no bullshit, Sunset Park. I've seen
Really?
Sunset Park
Okay,
more
yeah.
times than all those movies.
But I'll tell you what, we're forgetting a movie. We're forgetting, and the chat help us out.
Eddie.
We're forgetting a really good basketball movie.
Whoopi Goldberg. She was a fan, and then somehow she became the coach of the Knicks.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
You never seen that movie?
I don't think so. I know the movie you're talking about. I don't
Before
think
we end, I bet you I can find a trailer for that.
Eddie.
It was
Okay, hold
so
up.
unbelievable stupid. Like, how a fan gonna become a coach for the Knicks? But the Knicks were a terrible team, and the owner of the team was like looking for any kind of like attention because he didn't really care too much about basketball. So he's like, "Oh, just get this chick. She'll run the team." Let me see if I find it.
How about Flubber? Is that considered a basketball movie?
Robin Williams?
Yeah, Flubber. Remember didn't he like do something with the basketball, or they gave the Flubber stuff to the basketball, and they were jumping all over the place.
Home of the legendary New York Knicks.
Bailey, you gonna try something new tonight, like trying to coach?
But this season,
They're really bad.
Then fate.
Dude, Whoopi Goldberg was legit she did a lot of big movies back in the day.
Yeah. This is kind of funny.
She's good as gold. The fans love her.
Hey, you with the $1.99 rug on your head, would you get out of my way, please?
I found my new coach.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Oh,
you got Rick Fox in there.
Yeah, I've seen some of
Avery
this. Avery
Johnson.
Johnson. Oh shit. Larry Johnson.
Do it.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing?
I'm rocking the ball.
About damn time.
Mark Jackson.
She's in their face.
What is wrong with you? What, you Helen Keller?
On their case.
Pass the ball. What are you, the black hole of basketball?
I feel like this was this done after the Knicks?
What's the black hole?
No, I guess it would have been when they had Patrick Ewing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wasn't in
Finding
it.
out
But I guess he Oh, Robin.
Bad hair.
if her men have the equipment
You can't possibly be that stupid.
to go all the way.
Yo, Hastings, I went out with your mama last night.
Anyway, you should check that out.
Wow. Interesting. So that's Hannibal's favorite movie, right? No.
Listen, I have great taste in movies. I don't care what you guys say. Jody says, what role was she? Oh, you're talking about something. I'm sorry. But yeah, check that out. You know what? I'm going to do Hannibal movies picks. I'm going to tell you guys what the real cinema is. Don't listen to Pedro. He doesn't like Space Jam. He doesn't like anything nice and beautiful. He likes I don't know, accurate basketball movies.
I know I'm lame. Sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In terms of listening to music, before we end, I've been listening to a lot of Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher, a lot of
Mhm.
Yaga.
Mhm.
I really think I can. Well, at least I live my life vicarious through them,
Yeah.
as they talk about selling drugs
And killing
and
people
killing people.
and the life. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
make it look really cool and interesting. I don't know how they're able to do it. Is the style of their obviously the beats they use, the lyrics, the videos. There's an artisticness to it. I don't know how to explain it. If you really watch a lot of this stuff, you can tell there's a lot of time, a lot of effort to craft it, and also it puts me back in the '90s. It puts me back into how rap used to sound like.
Mhm.
Because also, I think they're all around our ages. I think they're all like 37, 38, 39. Like they're not young people. It's not
Yeah.
drill rap, but it's
Right.
like old school, grimy hip hop. And so I've been listening to that like for last week, just because. And also, they don't miss a lot of that
No.
stuff. So I've been listening to a lot of that.
It gets you amped up. It gets you. It makes you
It
want
does
to.
get a little aggressive.
It gets
Yeah.
you a little aggressive,
Yeah,
which
a
is
little
which can be
aggressive.
which can situationally can be a good thing. I like some of that. For me, if I need to go there, I'm listening. I'm putting in some Mob Deep.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some DMX, something like that. But yeah, I get it. I get it.
In terms of a group, I think they're the best rap group right now. I don't know any other rap groups that's like in terms of consistently like making music right now as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the best group. Those two. I mean, Conway Machine, the dude, his face, half his face, he cannot move. He got shot in the head,
It's
basically.
crazy. Crazy.
And he's able to spit rhymes, and at times he's out rapping the whole group.
Yeah.
And he's able to still make music. I mean, they live the crazy shit they talk about, but it's a pretty good rap group. Hannibal forgot to say he was listening to Jack Harlow also. No, but I don't know what the hate is. I said first of all, I have not listened to Jack Harlow in quite some time. I said before he got on, the music was better. Now since he got on, it seems like he may do like a Chance the Rapper, forget about rapping and just be a celebrity.
Oh, and that's fine if that's what he wants. If that's what he wants to do, he's going to do this movie. Maybe people really like him, and he's good in this. He does another movie, and I mean, hey, he's living a good life. I mean, can't hate on that. But he's not. He's not these guys. For me, he's not somebody I can listen to, like take him super serious. It's just too bubblegum rap for me. So,
which is fine. I think the kind of music at least we all enjoy. People who are lifelong, they love hip hop. Hip hop is not a stepping stone to something else.
Yeah.
Right. Because a lot of them do, and which is natural, which is fine. Like you don't want to rap forever. You want to have businesses. You want to try acting. You want to try other interests. But we love hip hop artists that they love this and they'll do this forever.
That's why Nas is a GOAT, because he's still doing it.
Yeah.
And he's done the acting thing. He's done the businesses, but he still raps. So
yeah. This is an interesting question.
Ooh.
What will be your answer? I guess I'm gonna go with MGK. Even though he's never is he rapping? I think
I think he started rapping. I think he started rapping again.
I would say MGK is better than
I don't know enough about MGK's catalog or whatever you want. I don't know enough about it to have an educated opinion.
He's been there long enough.
Yeah.
Rap Devil was actually pretty good as going back and forth with Eminem. I mean, I think Eminem won it, but I think Rap Devil was better. MGK can rap. He's just a little weird. A little weird with the whole. I don't know. He's a vampire or something. I know he's with Megan Fox. Well, you say he's background. You know what? By Wednesday, Pedro's gonna listen to a few songs from MGK.
Oh man! All right, thanks Nova Dasher. Appreciate that. Now I gotta listen to MGK. All right, I'll listen to some. I'll go to the MGK essentials. Okay.
Go to like the hot songs,
and I'll listen. I've heard Rap Devil.
He's not a bum.
Right?
I would say that he's not a bum.
I don't think he's a bum.
He's not
a bum.
Yeah, it's probably that emo Eminem rap type of thing. Just not the same level.
I mean, he's from what I understand, he came from kind of nothing. He's not like a guy that was.
Oh, no,
he
yeah,
came up
definitely.
from the streets, and he's so.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got some good music. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, he's with Megan Fox, and she's fine. So he clearly has some kind of game. So
yeah,
fair enough.
Well, I'll see. I'll give it. I'll listen to the MGK Essentials. I'll give it at least 3 to 5 songs. We'll see how long I can last.
That's fair enough. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna drink the rest of this Full Loco as we kind of finish this here and watch the rest of the game. So by Wednesday, we'll know exactly what's going on with the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors, and we'll see what's going on with other teams as well. And we'll get a full review of the MGK's whole rap career from Pedro. Explain it.
Thanks, Nova.
Don't worry, and then don't worry. Nova's gonna come on the show a couple of weeks later. He's gonna give us a full breakdown of White Man Can't Jump Too, because he seemed like he was really into it. He said that Cash App joke was really good.
It's the best line of the whole movie.
It's all good. It's all good. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.